Good morning, everyone. I hope you're able to see our webinar for today, which is Connecting with the Career Center Virtually. My name is Cindy Strobridge, and I'll be your moderator for today. Before we get started, I want to go through some quick housekeeping items that will help us get through this presentation. So at this time, all of our participants are in listen-only mode. If you do have a question, please feel free to drop that in the chat box, and we'll be happy to answer those at the conclusion of this webinar. At this time, I want to go ahead and introduce our co-host and our main presenter for today, my wonderful colleague, Stephanie Swanger.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stephanie Swanger, as Cindy mentioned, and I am a career consultant with the Mercer Center for Career and Professional Development, and I'll be guiding us today on our walk through virtual Career Center offerings for this fall 2020 semester. A quick reminder about who we are and what we do. The Center for Career and Professional Development, we are here to assist and equip Mercerians to thrive in the lifelong process of career and professional development. Our goal isn't just to train students and alumni for today, but to give you skills that will last throughout your career and forward. And so we really seek to teach and to learn together with you as you're developing what tomorrow looks like. Today, we're going to be discussing the CCPD webpage, some of our electronic resources like Handshake, Big Interview. We'll be discussing a new and innovative offering from our office called Urgent Career Care, and then finally, how to meet with a career consultant. First, I'd like to point out our CCPD webpage. This is probably something that you're very familiar with if you have worked with our office before, and if you haven't, welcome. But with this, we've done a lot of really cool and innovative things specifically this summer, giving part of our webpage a facelift. But our webpage offers resume and cover letter resources, access to assessments. We have included job and internship search information along with networking. We've even drilled down so far, as you can see at this visual image. We break out our advice by specific population, including specialized advice for students and alumni that might be athletes, individuals with disabilities, veterans, just to name a few. We also include some of our staff information and office locations. So if you've never been to our CCPD webpage, I would highly encourage you to visit. We are located at career.mercer.edu. We try to make it as easy as possible. And we hope that you'll check that out as a start to your career development process. One of the things that you're going to notice about our webpage, the very front of it, is that our webpage has received a facelift. We knew that this fall was going to look a little different than previous semesters, and we knew we needed to make information as accessible as possible. Also understanding that time is limited, and sometimes we don't always have the option to digest some of those really big, hefty, long articles or big pieces of information. We made this 9-tile visual image to hope to get you to the information you need as quickly as possible. So if you are finding that what you are looking for isn't one of these 9 tiles, as evidenced on the previous page, you'll see it through some of our specialized advice. We're really hoping that this facelift will get you to the information you need quicker and easier. One of the things that we launched last semester was the COVID-19 job search. And that is located on our webpage. From the front page of our webpage, if you click on job search, you will see that we have added specific job search resources for COVID-19, understanding that the students and the alumni that we are speaking with have expressed that some employers are doing massive hiring and others are freezing hiring or maybe doing furloughs and layoffs. We wanted to make sure that we are providing the most up-to-date information. So if you find yourself looking for an internship or looking job searching, whether it be part-time or full-time, we would highly suggest that you check out our COVID-19 job search webpage. The next thing I want to introduce is Handshake, and I'm hopeful that all of our Mercerians have heard of Handshake and have started to receive communication from Handshake on behalf of our office. But Handshake is free to all Mercerians, and so that includes currently enrolled students and alumni. It is the method through which you're going to interact with our office, and it's going to be your main hub for all things career development related. Each student automatically has an account that has been created for them, including our recent alumni. And if you are an alumni that attended Mercer before May of 2017, you can request an account to this platform. Activating your account is really easy, and it only takes just a few minutes in order to get your account. Logging in is also super easy. Handshake is located at mercer.joinhandshake.com. And when you get to this page, you'll get to the login screen, at what point you will press the Mercer student button and log in with your MUID and associated password. Once you do that, you're going to be redirected to the full access of the platform. And so I like to point that out because we have a lot of students who perhaps sometimes think that they might need to create an account, and you don't have to create an account when it's already been created for you by virtue of you being enrolled at Mercer University. Some of the things that Handshake offers, of course, Handshake is a job and internship platform, and there are jobs for every opportunity, internships for every opportunity. 100% of the Fortune 500 companies are on here, but then we also have some of the small nonprofits that are local to our institution. And so you're going to find lots of different opportunities depending on your career path. You can see a few examples here. This comes directly from Handshake, just to show some of the different things that you might want to consider as you are pursuing your career search. Personally, for Mercer, we have usually around 5,000 to 6,000 jobs on the platform at any given time, and those change daily as new jobs are added and old jobs expire. So we highly encourage you to get involved with the platform, but also to check it pretty regularly because there's new options being offered every single day. I mentioned that Handshake was a way to get involved with our office, and it is the way that you will schedule an appointment with our office, maybe a mock interview. You can discuss career planning with us. It's also the method through which you'll register for things like this webinar, so I'm hoping that you found that in Handshake through the events section. But I did want to point out, as you'll see in this visual, that there is a mobile app that corresponds with Handshake. And so if you go to your appropriate app store, you will find that there is a Join Handshake app, and I would highly encourage you to go ahead and download that app for easy career access on the go. One thing to know about Handshake is that it's very much, if you're familiar with LinkedIn, it's very similar to LinkedIn, and it allows you to customize and add information to your profile. And what happens when you add information to your profile and you make your profile public to employers, you're signaling to them that you are open to work. And so Handshake has done the study, and they looked at the data of all of the students that are on the platform. And so keep in mind, there's more than 1,000 schools on the Handshake platform, with over 500,000 employers and organizations on the platform. So there's a lot of people in there. I think it's a total of 6 million students are on the platform. 80% of students who complete their profile are contacted by an employer. So there's definitely some great benefits to you getting in there, accessing your profile, letting these employers know that you're open to internship opportunities, volunteer opportunities, graduate school opportunities, fellowships. There's any number of opportunities available. So we really would encourage you to get on the platform and go ahead and activate your account and then update your profile. One of the ways that we keep our Mercerians informed is to add all of our events, our office hosted events, to the event section of Handshake. These will also populate on our webpage. Should you find yourself on our webpage, you can look at our events section. Two of our upcoming events that I would like to mention are our virtual career expos, which will be held September 22nd and 23rd. When you go into the system, you can look at both of these events, register for them, see which employers are attending, and even schedule appointments to meet with those employers. Because these are virtual career expos, they're going to be a little bit different than our previous in-person career expos. And so because of that, we're going to be doing some guided instruction next week through next week's webinar on navigating a virtual career expo, which we hope to see you at. The next platform I want to introduce you to is Big Interview. Big Interview is a mock interview platform where you can practice your interview skills and also learn about the career development process. Mercerians will gain access to this platform through Handshake in the resources section. And unlike Handshake, you do need to create an account for Big Interview. So when you find Big Interview in the resources section, you want to make sure to visit the webpage and create an account. But as you can see from our visual, it mimics a mock interview by proposing a question to you and then allowing you to record yourself answering that question. This is a perfect in between when you have an interview and you can't get into our office in order to schedule a mock interview, or you just want to do some last minute prep before that big interview. One of the things that Big Interview has added to their process is certificates in career development. And then as you can see, they have updated their curriculum to hopefully make it easier for students like yourself to be able to engage with the platform. So again, you can practice your interviews, but you can also learn about interview tips and tricks through the platform. And so again, we highly encourage you to check out Big Interview, located in the Handshake resources section. Some additional resources that we have linked out from our webpage and from Handshake are access to our career assessments, such as the AchieveWorks personality, choosing and changing a major through what can I do with this major, access to our webinar library located on YouTube, and information about the workforce recruitment program. Our electronic resources are constantly changing, and we encourage you to check back often and use these resources when you need quick career advice. Something that we are pleased to offer this year that's a little bit different than what we've ever done before is called Urgent Career Care. So Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., we have a professional staff member who is essentially on call to answer quick career emergencies. You can reach this staff member by calling our office, calling the main line with the telephone number that is listed below. And we are looking at this as the way, if you would think of this as medical care, you go to urgent care when you have something that needs quick advice, but you might not get the full workup, the full extent of your needs, but you need that quick information. I need to know about upcoming career events. How can I prep for this? I have an interview tomorrow. Please help. I don't know if I should add this to my resume or not. If you find that you have career questions that range, maybe that could be answered in 5 to 10 minutes, we highly would encourage you to access Urgent Career Care. It is located, this information, is located on the front page of our web page. And again, all you have to do is call, let our front desk know that you need to speak with a staff member for career care, and they will give you assistance. Scheduling an appointment with our office is actually really easy. When you're logged into the Handshake platform, you can access appointments in 2 manners. Click on Career Center on the front page or in the upper right-hand menu. Once you do that, you'll just visit the appointments section and then work through the schedule a new appointment piece. What is important to know here is that our staff serve all Mercerians in all degree programs at all locations. So you'll notice during the process, you're asked Macon, Atlanta, or regional academic centers. And that designates where our staff is located. So you can schedule with any staff member at any time. Through the process, you will be able to select your date, select your time, and tell us exactly what it is that you need to meet with us. So for example, if you called for urgent career care and you got that really quick piece of advice and you determined that you wanted to dive in a little bit deeper, you could schedule an appointment with one of our staff members, letting us know what it is that you needed to meet with us about. We are happy to help you walk through that career process. Again, one of the things that I mentioned is that our staff members meet with all students from all programs at all locations. And because of that, we have individual areas of service that you might be interested in. This chart, which is located on our appointment page on the webpage, gives a brief overview of service areas. I'll use myself as an example. While it says that I focus on counseling and therapy, education, health sciences, and natural and medical sciences, I am still available to assist all students. Again, using myself as an example, I also have an interest in helping individuals with disabilities, federal jobs, veterans, and anyone in the pre-health programs. This chart is simply there to give you an idea of who might best suit your interest. But again, you can meet with a career consultant that match your interest and or works personally with you and your learning style. And with that, we would like to thank you for joining us today. We really would like to encourage you to find us on social media, like and join any one of our platforms so that you can receive up-to-date information in addition to our weekly newsletter that goes out.